Alrighty. Hello. Well, it's Christmas Eve. Doesn't feel like it. Doesn't seem like it. I got up to 60-some degrees today, so the temperature outside was warm. Just to be warm tomorrow, too. So, doesn't really feel like Christmas Eve. I was napping, and I set the timer wrong, and I realized that when I got up, I'm like, oh no. So I kept running out here. What? But I just wish I was still asleep. I am not quite. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like Christmas Eve. You were talking about today about my occupational therapist is having a baby. And so they just told her that she has to be in quarantine for 14 days before she can go in the hospital to have this baby. So she has to have a negative COVID test. And they said most likely it's going to be positive because she's pregnant. She has to have a negative COVID test. And then she has to be in quarantine for 14 days. What happens if she goes into labor the next day? What are they going to do? They said she can't go in the hospital. I don't know. I don't know what this world's coming to. This whole thing has become totally ridiculous. And it's just totally out of control. I mean, we can't even stop it. It's getting worse every day. I don't know whether I put my faith in a vaccine that's just suddenly been developed quickly and, all that stuff. Not sure about all that. I'm not even sure I want to take it. I mean, it, concerns me. I don't know. I know my father's nursing home is supposedly on the list to be one of the first to get the vaccine. We were just talking about this today, and I said, well, my father doesn't like vaccines. And it's up to the family to give the okay, obviously, if the person is not able to. So, as far as I'm concerned, I know he doesn't want to be alive anymore. He's been in that nursing home for 2 years with the stroke. And he's suffering, and he misses my mom, and she's been gone for 7 years. He doesn't want to be alive. He's had COVID, survived it. Because he said, I'm going to get that COVID virus and I'm going to die. And my sister says, no, you're too ornery. That virus isn't going to do anything to you. Well, of course it didn't. He got the virus. My hair's sticking out. He got the virus, and he did not get sick, and he certainly did not die. So, I mean, I'm sure they can't decide whether or not you can get it again or you can't get it again, so I don't know what they will do, well, or what she'll decide. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't want virus vaccines, which I agree, and I didn't want them either, and this is the first year I allowed them to give me a flu shot and a pneumonia vaccine because I got tired of them bugging me. But I really don't believe in them. So, and I know, yeah, my kids all had their vaccines as children because it's the only way they could go to school. It was a law. Didn't have any choice. But as an adult, for these type of vaccines, you do have a choice. So I don't know whether it was a good idea to give it to them and take those, vaccines or not. But I did. And now I have, when the chance comes, do I want the virus vaccine or not? I don't know. I just don't know. So, as a lot of you know, I completed my story. And today, I kind of got an inkling for a second one using the same characters. And I just don't know, because it was hard. Right? I came up with, I put 51,000 words, and I was reading it up in several spots, and they say that they consider that a novel, 50,000. Because I had read somewhere where that, 50,000 was considered a novella. But I just started looking it up again because somebody told me that wasn't true. And I was surprised to read that 40,000 is a small novel, but it's still considered a novel. 50 to 70,000 is an average novel. So mine's still considered a novel. So actually I wrote a novel, not a novella like I thought. Now, can I get that many words again with this new idea that popped into my head, which I should have written down earlier when I was thinking about it. But I was just so tired, I had it written down. And I forgot about it till just now. So I have to think about that, but I may have a sequel to my story. I've already been thinking about it. So, I mean, right now I gotta finish editing, and I never did anything with the chapters. I just kind of put a break there, and I didn't number them or anything. I just put the time and the person that it was. And so I have to go back in. I have to figure out what the times are because I have to edit. So I'm kind of trying to move them around, but as I add things, of course, it moves the spacing around. So before I can go in and put pages on this thing, which means I have to go back through the whole thing again once I'm finally done and put page numbers. So I can put it, a table of contents if I actually decide to. Right now, this is not being published at all, except on my blog, because I just can't do it. This one piece of hair wants to stand straight out. Can't believe it. It won't lay down. Crazy thing. So I don't know how long we'll be on here. I don't know if anybody else will join me. I figured I'd take some time, and if anybody else is out there that didn't have any family to do anything with and wanted some company, they can join me. And if nobody joins me, then I'll just, sorry. As you can see, I'm so tired. I will just go ahead and end the stream. Now I figure I'll wait for a little while and see if anybody else happens to be on. I'm going to write for a while. Of course, I didn't have dinner either, and I need to eat something. Kind of messed everything up with a nap in the middle of the day. Really strange time of the day because I had to wait till the occupational and physical therapist went, and they left here at 2 o'clock. So I went and I laid down and listened to an audio book for a little while on bullet journals. And of course I fell asleep listening to it. So I had to go find where I last remember where I last was when I fell asleep. And then re-listen to that part because I'm not sure being asleep and function that it actually penetrated my brain. But I have an audio book on bullet journals. Still haven't decided if bullet journals for me or not. I started doing one. I have one here that I started filling out. And I mean, that's a weekly layout. And they're not supposed to be perfect. You know, it's got the little dots on it. But they're so light, they're hard to see. I used a ruler. And I read in the thing, it says, no, don't use a ruler. Just draw it freehand using the dots. And I'm like, can't even see the dots. How am I supposed to use the ruler? How am I supposed to use the dots and just draw it freehand? So that's the layout for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, the whole week. The week's layout. And we got pages for notes, wish list, video ideas, pages for the month. So I drew this. This is the first month. I actually drew the month. Which wasn't too bad. So I have room to draw the rest of the month if I feel like it. Then I was trying to learn how to make boxes. I have stencils for this kind of stuff. With one set, you can see on one side it's really screwed up. And the other ones are a little bit more like the boxes I was looking for. To, so you can check them off. And I was going to keep a daily weight. Because I'm supposed to weigh this up every day because of the congestive heart failure. So, the heck is that? Maybe it's wind. It was windy earlier. It was terrible out there. So I have the bullet journal. So I'm listening to that on audio. And I also started I got, with my new phone, I got Disney Plus, and I started watching this scary movie. It's called Servant. Hi, Nicole. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Whatever it is that you celebrate. Nice to see you. I figured I'm alone tonight. I would see if anybody else was out and about looking for someone to spend some time with. I got my book to finish editing, so I had something to keep me busy. So it's nice to see you, and I hope you had a happy holiday. And it's weird holidays without the family, that's for sure. My family is definitely not getting together. We haven't been together much all year. We're not close, and we just don't want to take a chance. And we're not even doing a video thing. I mean, a lot of families are doing video. So I I'm spending the holiday writing and editing. Part of me wants to start that new story idea while I'm thinking of it. The other part says, finish the one you've got first. I'm torn here. Don't know what to do. They do have to eat something because I kind of overslept. I set the wrong time on my alarm. Set the alarm for 7:30, and that's the time it was supposed to start my thing. I'm like, oh no. And came racing out here. Kept the lights on real quick. Clicked on the thing. Ray me doing really good. I had the best intentions. My brain is not functioning well without any sleep, the way it's not getting enough sleep. And I have the 29th, I go back and I get, hopefully, news on whether they're giving me my CPAP machine. But as of right now, I still don't know, but I can't imagine that they would have done a second CPAP because they wouldn't. Medicare wouldn't pay for a second one. They didn't want to pay for the first one. They don't pay for a second one unless they decided they'd give it to me. But it's taken all this time, and I just keep having issues, and I have to keep, putting the appointments off. And so now, since he's my lung doctor, I'm going to have to tell him that I'm having problems breathing again. And that got bad after the hospital stay. And I don't know. I can't seem. I'm taking my medicines again, but it doesn't seem to be making a difference. So luckily, he happens to be my lung doctor, so I can talk to him. And that's on Tuesday the 29th. Hopefully nothing else happens to make me have to cancel again. And I can get going with this machine so I can start getting some sleep because I am just so exhausted. All right. I'm going to set up my first sprint and see about getting some food to begin with. And then I will be writing. It's not showing my timer. I don't know why it does this. Try it again. All right, 30 minutes. Start. There we are. Okay. And this is first sprint. There we go. I figured out how to do it now. Cool. That's pretty neat. Couldn't get that to work before. Now I know how to do it. So I can put first sprint. I can put something at the top and I can put something at the bottom. I like. Right, so instead of sprinting, because I got the first sprint up there. Which one is it? This one. Edit it. And I'm going to put it Happy Holidays. There we go. Perfect. All right. I shall be back in 28 minutes. Why I got my holiday feast, not quite what I'm used to, but I'm still restricted to my diet. So I'm sitting here eating a bowl of noodles. Yippee! I must open my story up. See where I'm at. Ah, that was not what I planned on doing. I changed the name because I realized do what they're either. We're there. I realized that the name I chose was not right. That they weren't killed in Kobe. Try to change the story to Angels Murder in Angels Cove because that's where they were actually killed. I wasn't thinking when I was writing. I was just, got in my head, and so that's what it was. And it just dawned on me, thankfully, before someone else caught it, that they weren't actually killed in Kobe. So I'm fixing my chapter in chapters the way I had them, and I stopped. Because I noticed I want them to be the same. I want them all to look the same. Man, I did that many without it. I wasn't paying attention at all when I was doing these. Got 7 more to go. What the heck? Oh, how that got down there? Must have moved something, and the whole thing went. Skipped a page. I'll have to relay these out anyhow because I add things along the way. I know they're going to end up being moved around. Anyhow, so I will be fixing these placements again when I get finished on the editing. There's a mistake. I can see right off the bat that I didn't notice before. fix that one. I don't even, oh, I mean, how do I do this? I stopped reading somewhere along here. I gotta go back and read. All right. Oh, yeah. That one's out of whack, too. Well, I obviously stopped reading. I was just putting chapter numbers down. I wasn't paying attention to where they were, what was on there. It's about there. Excuse me if you're bad. I'm sorry. One of the things from having colitis is I do have stomach issues, one of which I do a lot of burping. I don't know if it's more than normal, but sometimes it feels more than normal. I'm actually editing the part, that I already thought I had edited. But I'm still finding changes that need making, especially in the tenses. I can't believe how many tenses I missed. Got the wrong tense down. I have a lot. I'm still editing what I thought was already edited at least 50 times, it seems like. Okay. All right. That was my first sprint. I got some editing done, and I fixed a bunch of chapters with the placement, and I had to put numbers on them because they didn't have numbers. And since I'm using point of view, my chapter titles are the name of the person who's actually speaking in that whose point of view it is in that chapter, the time, the day, and my story starts in August, but it ends, I forget if it was May or the final entry in the story is, I don't want to give it away. Let's just say it's several months after this particular incident. You might be able to figure out what I'm talking about. Shouldn't you? Excuse me. I shouldn't talk with my mouth full. I haven't finished my lovely noodle dinner yet. So I am going to start another timer, see if I can finish this meal and get back to work. Hopefully somebody will join me. If not, eventually I'll stop filming. But for now, just in case it takes some time for people to realize that I'm out here and they might want to do some writing, I'm going to leave it running for now. Okay, so we're going to our second sprint, and set the timer for another 30 minutes. And now I'm going to finish eating as I'm looking. So, if anybody shows up, I'll try to keep my eye on the chat, see if anybody shows up. I will be, hopefully my mic is working, because I realized when I turned this on real quick that it hadn't showed the mat. When I first came on, it said my equipment wasn't working, and then the picture came in, and I don't know for sure. It says the mic is there, so I'm figuring the mic is okay. Hopefully people can hear me. If not, I'll find out if somebody shows up. I'll ask them if they can hear me. But back to finishing this cold noodles now. I'm not going to reheat them. I'm just going to finish eating them and be done with it. So I'll talk to you soon. Back to my editing. Okay. Finished eating, so I can now resume what I'm doing. StreamYard keeps telling me someone comes in, adds a number, and then they disappear. So I don't know if people are poking in and leaving, or if StreamYard is just screwed up, because StreamYard is screwed up. Doesn't work right. So, not really sure. Okay. Back to my editing, which is kind of fun. All right, we're on chapter 19. Scott. I'm at chapter 20. I don't know how many total chapters I have because I wasn't counting them. Or even if these are all actually chapters or should be scenes. One thing I'm not familiar with, never having written like this before. And I didn't read any how-to books or anything, so I'm kind of like hoping I'm doing this right. But I'm not positive. Okay. part of me wishes I was able to publish my book. I mean, I really think there's a possibility it could get somewhere, but I just can't mess with my finances. I have to leave it alone for now, but I will keep my file, make sure I don't lose it, and I may in the future have a chance. And maybe by then I'll have book 2 if I can make it stretch into another book. Obviously, they're not going to be super long books. I'm just not like that. And I hadn't planned on a series. But the more I think about it, the more I think there's a possibility. It may not be a long series. It might only be 2 books. But right now, I have the possibility of 2 books out of this one idea. And I think I'm glad about it, you know. Because maybe I can actually be more of a writer than I thought I was. I mean, I know I can write. I've been told my life since I was a young child, started writing, that I can write. And, you know, even though part of me had a hard time believing it, deep down, I think I really knew that I could write, but my self-esteem was so low that I just didn't know what to believe or not to believe. And, you know, even though people were always telling me, oh, you know, that when they read what I wrote, it was so good. And, you know, I was afraid to believe them. And I can write. And I think, I mean, I've read all the stuff out there of people that I don't think, either they can't write or it's just not my style. I mean, I can't be the judge of that. I'm not obviously expert in writing. I can't be the perfect judge. I don't know. And anyhow, I think writing is subjective. So, I mean, you know, I think everything has a possible reader out there. Possibly. I mean, some people just are really bad. I mean, they just don't have any grammar. I mean, grammar used to be my #1 subject. When I was in high school, it was my #1 subject, and I got straight A's in grammar. Right now, it's hard for me to remember a lot of that grammar because that was a long time ago. Because I'm going on 65. So you figure that I've been out of high school now a long time. And I didn't go to college, so I don't have, you know, that. And so I'm working at polishing up, you know, my grammar, trying to learn, working on different things that I find online to help me with my grammar. And, you know, just doing my best to hope that it comes back the more I write. And I use Grammarly.com to help me. And it's definitely a help. And, you know, the more I write, the less mistakes I make. Now, I need to get my typing speed back up. I mean, right now it doesn't matter because I'm not working. But I was a data entry specialist, and I had to type pretty fast. And not having been in the job market for at least 10 years now. 10, yeah. On 10 years. I'm about to go on 11 years of not being in the job market. I don't type much now. You know, so my typing speeds are not as fast as they could be, but they don't need to be. I mean, nobody's judging how fast I type something. So, you know, the more I write, the faster, of course, my typing will get again. I will, increase in speed. I hope that this is just the beginning. I went through a very dry spell. As I have mentioned before, I have bipolar disorder, and I suffer with mood swings. And when I'm in a depressed state, it's very hard for me to write. And I can't just wait for manic stages because I'm medicated to try and stop those, because those are no good for me. And anybody knowing about bipolar and borderline personality disorder, which I also have, might have an idea what I'm talking about. It's definitely not a good thing. So the idea is to keep me out of those. Well, hello there. Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, I'm alone. So I figure I would work on my book, which I just finished. Yay, the end is there. Now it needs editing. And so I figure maybe if there's somebody else out there like me who doesn't have either, family to be with or looking for somebody to write with, I would be here. So I hope you had a Merry Christmas, and I hope tomorrow is a great day for you as well. Again, I'll be alone. My family has decided that we don't want to risk getting together, and it's been that way most of the year, so I don't see them often. And I think it's the safest thing to do. Now, we have a new baby in the family, so it's much better to not, bring too many people together. Anyhow, and then with the new baby, well, he's a year now, so he's not that new. But I want to protect my family. So yeah, I'm having a writing stream. I'm having one tomorrow too. Same time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be here again. And I just thought of a possible sequel to my book. So that has me excited. And I have to fight with myself to continue editing because I want to start writing. But I need to finish editing this one, get it done. I need to get it out to beta readers. So, yeah. I'm doing a writing stream. So, Merry Christmas. Thanks for stopping by. It's nice to have somebody to talk to every now and then. Even though basically editing is not a spectator sport. So, Merry Christmas, everyone who's watching this. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. I don't know all the different ones that are out there, but happy holidays to everybody. That should cover it. And back to my work I go before my timer runs out on me. And now as I stopped eating, I can use both my hands. I can get done a little bit faster. All right, so chapter 21. We're getting somewhere. Okay. Happy holidays. Somebody's out there. I just found a mistake. I'm not sure if I skipped the day or I just accidentally moved the wrong day. But I think I got the day wrong on my chapters, which means skip the whole day and restore it. Which isn't, I guess, a big deal. I was trying to write a continuous timeline. Oh well. Timer up already. Wow. Whew. Forgot I had the timer set. That startled me. Right out of what I was thinking about. Because I was thinking out loud. I am facing a possible dilemma. Not a big deal. But since I was trying to write this in chronological order, I may have skipped from one day to the next day and not realized it. So I have to figure out whether, because my chapter names include the day, the time, the person, point of view of who's speaking, and of course a chapter number. And the person may not even realize if I did skip a day and I didn't just make a mistake on that one. I have to read further ahead to see what I did. Time went off startling me, so I was partway through what I was doing anyhow. And I didn't have a chance to look to see if I actually jumped a day in the whole thing right in the middle of the day. So I need to go a little bit further ahead to see what I did. Skipping a day is not actually, I guess, the end of the world. It doesn't have to be every single day. As long as I put the day it's supposed to be, and you can see that in the chapter title. It should be fine. I have to see whether that is exactly what I did. So we are going to switch to our third sprint. And set another 30 minutes up. Okay. There we go. Third sprint going. And now to see what I can find out in my story, what I did. This is why you edit. All right. So, first do the number before I forget. I'm writing all this down, by the way. I'm not just fixing them and leaving them. I am writing them down because I want to make a table of contents. So, let's see. So here I have Thursday. I don't want to change it yet until I find out if I skipped a day or if I just made a mistake. So let me read through this first to see if not anything needs to change. Because this is running in actual supposed order. So changing to another day in the middle of it, I may have to do a segue, as they put it, into the missing day, and then put something there, and then segue into the day that part is written for, actually written for. Pretty sure I gotta go back and read. Actually, I do have to go back and read something because I need to see what I said back here. Another pen change I missed about a million times. And another indentation error. Boy, doing great today. Okay, we can't get together on Thursday. Boy, some of these chapters are super long. Okay, so now here's where we run into the day change suddenly. Yeah. So let's see what I saw what's going on before. Okay. It should be Wednesday. Here we go. Let's see what we got after this one. So I figure out what to do about the chapters if I just suddenly change days in the middle. Uh, Yeah. No, I definitely jumped a day without realizing. But I did say this Wednesday would have gone by fairly uneventfully. Yeah, this was definitely written for Thursday. And I knew I jumped over Wednesday, but shoot. Yeah, so do something to the Sarah's part so I can show that I jumped into the next day. Maybe I should just switch that from the Thursday. Happy holidays. I gotta remember to change the name of this document too. So it's got the old name on it. And since I changed it, I gotta make a copy. I have to make a copy, put it in a new document. It won't let me save it as a separate document. I have to, it'll save me a copy, but it won't save the new. I don't know why, but it won't save the new document. I want a completely new, fresh document for it. So I remember to do that. Hi, Roseland. Happy holidays to you. I figured since I didn't have any family that I would go ahead and sprint since I have the, I'm editing my newly completed novel and doing the final edits before looking for beta readers. And so I had something to do, and I figured maybe there's other people out there like me who don't have family right now and would like someone to spend the time with. So nice to see you, and I hope you had a happy Christmas Eve. This is normally the day that my family would celebrate, so this is really our day for me right now. Not getting to see them. We didn't do a whole lot on Christmas Day. Sometimes we had dinner together. But things have been a little crazy the last couple of years with my dad having had the stroke anyhow. So, you know, Christmas Eve was always held at my parents' house. And even after my mom passed, my dad kept up the Christmas Eve. So the last 2 years, before this year, of course, we're at the nursing home. We would have a party there with the family. The whole family came. But that was not available this year, as unfortunately COVID is running through the nursing home. So there are no get-togethers at all, and they were only allowing a couple people at a time. So it wasn't to be this year. And then as a family, we decided that we would continue the social distancing. So I'm not sure if you're still here. Can't tell by StreamYard. But if you are, happy holidays. And I hope you have a wonderful tomorrow as well. If you're here to join me, that's great. I'm busy working. My timer's going to go off in a few minutes, so I might as well stop where I'm at, because it'll just jar me when it goes off. So involved in what I'm doing. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for the well wishes, the happy holidays, and I hope the same for you as well. I will be here tomorrow, same time, 7:30. Again, if anybody wishes to join me, they can. I don't know how other people are, what they're celebrating, not celebrating, or just don't feel like writing. I have no idea, but I figure, you know, I'll be here for a little while. And if nobody joins me, eventually I will end the broadcast. But for now, people are still popping in occasionally, so maybe somebody will stop by who wants to write with me. At which point I will have some interaction with another human being. Otherwise, I'm all alone. Strange Christmas. It's been a strange year. Definitely weird. Okay. Timer's going to go off here shortly. Catch that before it makes too much racket. Okay. Alrighty. Third sprint's done. And as I mentioned, I'm editing my newly finished document. I have a novel. My very first novel. I'm very excited. Writing the end was so exciting. I didn't realize. I'd heard other people tell me how exciting it was. And I didn't realize it, so I wrote it for the first time. And it was magical. And I'm a short story writer, so I'm not used to writing these long novel length documents. I mean, this was a lot of work. So I started it in June, setting it up in June. And I finished it in December, so 6 months. Hi, Megan. Happy holidays to you. It's nice to see you. Okay, well, I thank you for popping in and saying hello. I've just been sitting here editing my newly finished novel. It's hard to believe I wrote a novel. And figured I'd sprint since family's not getting together, and maybe there's somebody else out there who is looking for someone to sprint with. So people have been popping in and out, wishing me happy holidays. And I will be sprinting tomorrow night too. Same time, 7:30. Because we're not getting together as a family. We've been social distancing except for when they absolutely had to. And I fully agree because it's just too scary to think about what's out there. So I hope you had a nice holiday, and I hope tomorrow was great as well. We always did our major celebrating on Christmas Eve with the family. And like I was saying, the 2 years since my dad had a stroke, of course, we've had a get together with the family in the nursing home. But that's not allowed this year. So no family get together at all. Not even my own direct family. Because my sister said she's not doing anything except with her direct family. She's very worried about the virus. And I am too. And I agree. And that's why when my family decided not to get together, it was okay. Because I don't want to get sick, and I'm in the group of people who are most likely to get it. I already have breathing problems, and they're worse. And I have to tell my doctor that because I'm not sick. I've been tested so many times, and I don't have a temperature. Because every day they come in from Bayada nurses. Hi, BH. Happy Merry Christmas Eve to you, and I'm glad you were celebrating with your family. I'm celebrating with my YouTube family. Basically what I'm doing, because my family is afraid to be together. So people are popping in and wishing me happy holidays. So far nobody is staying. I don't know if you're staying or just popping in to say happy holidays. But I hope tomorrow's another happy holiday. I will be here again at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow because we're just not getting together. So I will be working on my new novel, editing. I mean, you put the end on it, but it's not finished till it's completed. It's to be edited, and I need some beta readers to look it over. And then I will be posting it on my blog. I wish I could publish it, but it's not in my future at this time. So thank you. Yeah, it's the first time for me. I'm more a short story writer, so I never wrote anything this long, and I got an idea today for a possible sequel. So I may come up with, if I can come up with enough story to make it long enough, I may have a sequel to it. I had an idea today, and I kind of am torn between finishing editing this one and starting to write another one. And I'm like, you really should finish the one you're working on. You really should finish the one you're working on. Get one done and then start another. So, so thank you. I hope you're having a great Christmas Day. I don't know if you celebrate anything. We always did most of our celebration on Christmas. And Christmas Day was kind of like, dinner at somebody's house. But we're not even doing that this year because we're not getting together. Dumb old virus. Sure made a mess of everything. So, are you hanging around or are you just passing through? I'll be doing this for a little while longer. If nobody stays, then I'll just stop. But I figure I'm editing anyhow. You've been slacking. I wanted to get 25,000 words added to a manuscript by January 8th in 1 month, but not happening. It's a lot of words in by the 8th. Yeah. Wow. You do have 5,000 more words, so that's good. Well, that's good. You got some. At least that's good. I think everybody's slacking with the holidays. I mean, it's normal. I mean, things aren't normal in today's world, but as normal as could possibly be. It's a big holiday, and a lot of families are doing it online. But we're not even doing that. So I'm kind of like really on my own here. So I have my YouTube family. That's who I'm celebrating with. If you wish to join me, feel free. I need to start another sprint. So I'm trying to fix a mistake I made and just caught. I kind of switched days right in the middle. That wasn't intentional. I read back and I screwed that up. So I'm trying to figure out how to fix that right now. So I'm going to. Okay. Well, I'm glad you stopped by. And happy holidays. If you want, if you got time tomorrow, you're not doing anything, I'll plan the stream for a little while tomorrow, starting at 7:30. If anybody wants to join me. So, have a great day. Bye-bye. Hello. I figured you meant hello and not heal. Good night. Hello. Good night. Thanks for popping in. Enjoy the rest of the holiday. Alright, starting another sprint. I figure out how to fix my current mess. I don't believe how many times I went through that and didn't even notice it. Okay. Oh, hi, Isaac. I didn't see you arrive. I don't guess you're still here. Well, thank you. Merry Christmas to you, if you are. It's actually still Christmas Eve here where I'm at. I'm on the East Coast of the United States, so it's still Christmas Eve. But thank you for the well wishes, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas for the rest of your day, since you're already ahead of us. I know it's in the middle of the night over there. So it's definitely Christmas over there, but it isn't here yet. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry I missed your entrance. I was busy working on my document, and I try to keep the comments up so I can see, but they were covered with the one page I'm working on now covered. So, and all that red, I didn't even see. I didn't even see it. So they all look the same. But I'm sure you're gone by now. So Merry Christmas. Belated. Because I wasn't here to wish you a Merry Christmas. So sorry. Well, people are stopping in and wishing me Merry Christmas, which is nice. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to continue doing this. I've been doing this for over 2.5 hours now, and I'm just getting well wishes. Nobody actually wanting to write, which I wasn't sure if anybody would be interested or not. I mean, I have nothing else to do. And for me, push on my chair was falling off. Sliding right out. We landed on the floor if I wasn't careful. I don't know if it's any reason to continue running the broadcast, since basically I'm just getting people stopping by to say Merry Christmas. Just work on my own, no interruptions, none of that timer, because that timer's driving me crazy. Keeps going off. So, anybody watching this in the replay, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, or whatever it is you actually celebrate. I know there's a lot of different things out there. I don't know. I think it's Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, maybe. I'm not sure of all of them. But anyhow, happy holidays covers everything. And I wish everyone happy holidays. And I think I'm going to go now and just work on my own without that timer driving me bonkers. So I will be back tomorrow at 7:30. Maybe somebody will want to write by then. The holidays will be pretty much winding down. We'll see. If not, I'll have another night of time, and I can go back to bed. Because I was napping when the timer went off, and I set the alarm off. And I'm like, oh, it's supposed to be streaming. So I was late getting here. So I have to pay more attention, obviously, to my times. I was half asleep when I set the timer, so I wanted to go back to sleep. I woke up earlier and said, "No, I need some more." Well, I wasn't paying attention, obviously, since the alarm didn't go off until 11. It didn't go off to 7:30, and I was supposed to be streaming at 7:30. So I came racing out here like crazy. So tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be more awake than what I was tonight. Not going to guarantee it. I mean, the holidays are just so weird for me now, as it is. Trying to get over the fact that I'm alone on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is always a big family get together. And it's not this year. We're not even getting together at all. Not even in smaller groups. We're just not getting together. So. Anyhow, I am going to continue editing my newly finished document, my novel, and then think about my second one, which is a possibility depending on whether I can come up with enough information to fill a novel length document. I'm not sure at this point. But it did occur to me today. So, anyhow, happy holidays, everyone, and to all a good night.